Guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about my wedding, the coronavirus, everything that is going on. I did a poll on Instagram asking what you guys wanted to see first, and so many people said they wanted to see this video first. Don't have anything written down. I don't have an agenda of what I'm going to say. So I was going to do a wedding update before all this coronavirus happened, talking about everything I'm doing because so many things are happening so fast. But since the coronavirus happened, a lot has changed sort of. So I feel like I just need to get this out there, and then maybe we'll talk about other stuff that I'm doing to prepare for the wedding. Anyways, if you guys don't know, me and Brian are getting married May 30th of 2020. So that is in about 2 months, which is crazy. A little bit about the wedding planning process and all that. For me personally, this isn't for everyone. Wedding planning has been so extremely difficult. It's been so hard on me. It's been so stressful. It's a lot, and I'm an over emotional person. So it's just not been my favorite time ever. So then coronavirus started. I'm gonna be honest, I was one of the I don't want to use the word ignorant because I feel like that's kind of a harsh word, so I'll say uninformed, misinformed, and it wasn't affecting me directly, so I didn't think that it was going to be a big deal. And I know that the media likes to make things bigger than they are, and so I figured that that was the case with the coronavirus. Then we started hearing more and more about it, and I was like, still not thinking it's gonna affect me, thinking it's fine. And then I saw that businesses were starting to close, and I was like, this is kind of crazy. Why are places closing? And then big things started closing, like Disney. I've never ever seen Disney close. There's just so many things that were closing, and I was like, oh my gosh. So when all this was happening, my bridal shower was in about a week or so, I think. And I was really upset and sad that I didn't think people were going to come, because more and more people were talking about it. It was getting a little more serious, and I was just sad that people weren't going to want to come. We were still planning on it. My sister was there that weekend, and we were getting everything ready and this and that, and all I wanted was to just take my mind off wedding planning and celebrate with people I loved. I was already kind of sad that some people that I really loved weren't able to make it, but now I had people reaching out to me saying what are you doing? I don't know if I'm gonna come because of this coronavirus, and I was just really discouraged. But we were still gonna do it because at this point I didn't know if I could get my money back for the place that we booked. I don't follow the news that well, so I don't know what I'm talking about exactly, so just you'll get my point. Trump or someone or whoever said that there was a limit of 10 people for social gatherings, I think, and probably an hour after that announcement was made, the venue that we booked with, they contacted us and said that we were gonna have to reschedule. So I knew it was coming. It was a little bit upsetting, but at this point I was just you know what, fine. If no one's gonna show up, I'd rather just reschedule it anyways. So we rescheduled it for April 26th, 25th. I don't know what date. I'm hoping everything is kind of more settled by then. We don't know if it will be, but I'm hoping. And I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise for that, because a lot of the people that couldn't come can now come. Trying to be positive about it, but that was kind of the first moment when I realized, crap, this is really serious. And I heard people say their weddings were getting canceled, and I was like, what? And that's when I just couldn't stop crying for days at the thought of me having to cancel our wedding, which I want to say, obviously it's not the biggest deal. There are people who are sick, who could die from this virus. There are people who aren't graduating. There's tons of things that are far worse. I'm thankful that even if our wedding does get canceled, we have the option to get married whenever else. So I am very thankful in that sense. I just want to put that out there that, It's not a pity party. I was just really stressed. I couldn't talk about it. I mean, so many people were reaching out to me, and of course it's out of love and just concern and wanting to be there for me and just wanting to genuinely know like what's going on. It was all so much. I would get on social media every day and just more and more was coming out, more stores closing, more things happening that made me panic. And then people were reaching out being like, what are you gonna do for the wedding? Oh my God, like what if it gets canceled, blah, blah, blah. And of course that's everyone's concern, like that's my concern too, but it was just so much. So I had to take some breathers. I had to cry a lot to Brian. I did a lot of praying and journaling and talking to God. And I think that's where the story kind of turns around. When you give your worries to God, I feel like he fills you with an inner peace that you can't get anywhere else. That's kind of how it felt for me. So for a few days, I just completely ignored and denied that my wedding could be canceled. But then, you know, the thought of it canceling in like so short of time and not knowing, like not having a backup freaked me out. So basically, my venue said that right now, it looks like the peak of this coronavirus will probably be the end of April, maybe beginning of May. So it looks like our wedding should be right on track and that we should be able to continue on as long as no one government-wise tells us otherwise, that we can't have a certain amount of people in a place, etc. Like right now, no social gatherings. However, she said we won't know for sure 3 to 4 weeks out until the wedding. I don't know about you, but that is literally my worst nightmare, is that like getting up to the wedding date, you've got all these mixed feelings and it's crazy and blah, 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 but now you're like, it's a waiting game. So basically what I took from that is that, okay, I need to have a backup plan. I need to figure out something so that if my wedding were to get canceled, what am I gonna do? So let me just backtrack a little and kind of give you an insight on wedding planning. Not everyone has to do this because some people get married very fast, but I planned everything 1.5 years out. I didn't want to have to struggle to find any dates for my vendors because vendors book up very fast, especially the more popular that they are. So dates book up really fast. So as soon as I got engaged, a couple weeks after, I was looking at stuff. I knew that the chances of getting all my vendors on a whole nother date is highly unlikely. So I cried some more. My venue gave me 2 dates in August, which I was like, okay, August honestly isn't bad. Obviously, I would not want to get married in August because I hate being hot. August is a freaking hot month, guys. I'm gonna be miserable. Listen, May is like my perfect. August, I'm gonna be stressed, sweating. You're gonna be like, oh, she cried. No, it's gonna be me sweating. So she gave me 2 dates. I talked with Brian. We picked one that we really liked, and I went ahead and I contacted all my vendors. And so I asked my venue, I said, okay, well, can we hold this date until we make a final decision? Our venues, she said, of course, we can hold that date for you. We have you penciled in. It's like, okay, let me go talk to my caterer. Now my caterer, they are not only doing my food, they're doing my food, my cake, my flowers, and my alcohol. And at this point, I had not contacted them at all. I didn't know where they stood on the coronavirus. She told me they're absolutely fine doing May 30th, like nothing has changed with that. They're still ready for that. But then I asked them about the date in August, and miraculously they said they were available and that they would hold it for us, which, guys, I'm just gonna say this, that I'm so thankful to be working with such amazing vendors, because I know a lot of big companies will not hold dates for you, because if they can get money from someone else, they absolutely will. So I just want to say I'm so thankful for all these people who are trying their best. I contacted my DJ. They are pretty booked, but again, such wonderful people. They said that they would make it work, and they would like split up people, and like they said they would make it work if they had to, which is amazing, because again, I don't want to have to start over the wedding planning process and like look for more vendors. So then I contacted my videographer. Now, I was most scared about my videographer and photographer because I know how fast they book up. and I love the people I chose. So my videographer, so I messaged her and I was like, do you have any of these dates available, like if things were to happen? And she, by the grace of God, had the one date that we actually liked available. She said she had 5 bookings in August. The only one she had open was the date I asked her, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, God. That was literally a miracle. And then I asked my photographer, and I just had like a gut feeling she wasn't going to be available. So I contacted her, and she will be at school. So she's someone, like, I love her work. I love her. She's an amazing girl, and I really, 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 really don't want to lose her at all. But, you know, if I have to, I have to. And that's just how it has to be, because all of these vendors, I had to think, you know, like, do I want to try to book around her, like see if she has anything available? But then, you know, I thought all of my vendors are available on this date. Do I want to like lose just one person? And then, you know what I mean? So that obviously sucked to hear, but it was looking good for the date in August for everyone else. So I was like, okay, now let me look for photographers, because I'm someone who needs a backup plan. There was someone that I really love their work, and so I messaged them. And obviously it's a very weird request because I haven't booked with this person. I haven't given them any sort of deposit. So me coming in saying like, hey, you know, this is our actual wedding date, but we might have to move it back. I know you don't have a deposit from me. I don't even know if we are going to book you, but can you hold a date for us? Like, I feel like that's weird. But again, by the grace of God, he was available on the August date, and he said he would hold it for us. And he's getting married, and he completely understands, and he was so cool about it. I'm just like really happy to have a backup. I really feel like God has been like holding my hand through all of this and really like helping me through it, because now I can rest assured I literally don't have any worries in this world right now regarding our wedding, because yes, everything is uncertain and we have no idea how it's going to play out. But if they say, hey, May 30th is canceled, I have a complete backup ready for another date. All I have to do is say it's on August is our date, and got them all booked. So right now it's kind of all up in the air, really. As far as our honeymoon, again, we won't know that until closer to the date, because we are supposed to go in June. Me and Brian joked that we would just go anyways in June, but I really don't want to have to move the honeymoon to August, because oh my God, Hawaii is going to be way too hot in August. Listen guys, I don't do well in the heat, but I'm just trying to have a light heart about it and like be so thankful that like I will get to get married no matter what, and I'm gonna get to go to Hawaii. It's all in God's hands. Like, I trust his plans, and I just am giving all my worries to him and trusting in him and this process. And I know that everything is going to work out exactly how it is supposed to. If this is affecting you in any sort of way, I just encourage you to pray. But yeah, that's kind of the update. This video is really rambly. I don't know if it made sense. I don't know if it's the update you guys really wanted. If you follow me on Instagram, this is a much different side of me than you saw. Posting lots of crying pictures, and trust me, like, I know I seem really positive and everything now, but I had my moments. I cried for like 5 days straight. It was very emotional, very stressful, and I know it's not the end of the world, and that I'm getting married one way or another, girlfriend, whether it's in a beautiful, wonderful, nice, cool, but warm May month, or a dripping sweat, nasty, hot month of August. And that's all that matters. So all I want to say is I hope that you guys are doing well. If it has affected you in any sort of way, I'm praying for you, and I know that we will get through this together. I encourage you to try to spread some positivity on social media. I think it's important to be aware of what's going on, but I think a lot of people are posting so much, and it's kind of scaring people, making them panic. Check in on your friends. Check in on your 2020 brides. I'm telling you, ask how they're doing. Don't say, hey, is your wedding canceled? Oh my God, what are you gonna do? Just say, hey, like, thinking of you during this time. Like, How are things going? Check in on your graduates, check in on your healthcare workers. Go thank someone who's still out there working. And just remember, we're gonna get through this together. And that's it, kids. That's the update I have for now. I will give you guys this, and then I will give you a proper update about all the things I bought, what I'm planning on, all the DIYs, what I'm doing the next time. That is all for this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to be subscribed. Trying to get to 300, even though I know we're like 80 away. Tell your friends, share this video, whatever you gotta do, do it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.